Yo. Check this out. JL wants to know if we feel Manny the Pacman is Floyd Mayweather's Foreman. Interesting. Okay. So we've heard this shit before. Holler to JL. We have a question before we answer this one. Why is it with all the greats out there, the constant comparison when it comes to Mayweather, is with what Ali's done in the ring? Like no one asks if Pac's Floyd's Schmeling, or Jim Jeffries, or Jake LaMotta. Because extreme Floyd fans want to put Floyd up there with Ali. Cool. We get it. But in order to compare these guys, and claim one is on the same level or above, they've gotta do corresponding things. See, this is a Rubik's Cube. You've got two guys. The people claim one guy's better at the Rubik's Cube than the other. But if you want to get factual, both Rubik's Cubes have to be scrambled in corresponding manners to know who's actually the best. Fact is, one guy might be unscrambling cubes that's scrambled with 10 moves, while the other might be unscrambling cubes scrambled with 50. So the two guys aren't actually doing the same thing. One guy's never been 15 rounds, and may have been knocked out in his last fight if it was. He's never fought every top fighter on the scene. Or fought all over the world. Even though he compares like he did. The other fought all over the world, and more black fighters in his first 20 fights than the other guy fought in his entire career. Which was set up against one style to make him look good. One's getting a much fucking easier ride. See, in order to compare these guys, Floyd Mayweather has to go out there and beat Pac. That simple. Then he needs to fight like another 20 black guys. And there's no point if he doesn't. Floyd's gotta win this fight. Hands down. Convincingly. Then he needs to fight all of these guys. And beat them. To even be considered in this discussion. That's what Ali did. It's an argument we personally always thought was idiotic. Then we hear that if Floyd was a heavyweight he'd beat those guys. Well, he's not. And Maidana fights as close to a heavyweight style as we've seen. And sure the fuck was no easy day at the office for Floyd. See, Floyd's extreme fans want to cheat Floyd into greater than Ali status. So they're comparing opponents that don't even relate. So we're gonna give you the opponents that relate. Because wins over guys like Sugar Shane, who had 5 losses under his belt when he fought Floyd, is equivalent to Ali fighting Floyd Patterson, who had 4 losses under his belt when he fought Ali. Pac doesn't equate to Foreman. Fans are always trying to create shit that doesn't relate. He's coming in with 5 losses, 3 by knockout. His knockout percentage isn't even close to what Frazier's was coming in this fight. Naturally, Floyd extremists will get mad if we say what Floyd needs to do to be equivalent to Ali. Floyd needs to beat Pac's ass for us to even begin to discuss it. But here's what we'll do. We'll give you a few related opponents. Because Pac's not Floyd's Foreman to us. So here's what Floyd needs to do to be in the discussion for us to even consider him to be close to Ali. Because Floyd already damaged himself too badly early on in his career. So here's what he needs to do to be in the discussion, and the related opponents. First, he needs to face his real Frazier. An undefeated fighter with an equivalent knockout rate. And Thurman's still not quite as high as Frazier was. Nor undisputed. See, fans just ain't getting this shit. We'd have to do a video breaking it down so they understand the difference between these guys and why one's trying to cheat his way into greatness. So Floyd has to face his real Frazier. If Thurman beats his ass, then in all fairness, he deserves a rematch. Just like how Ali did. Since we believe in being fair, then he needs to face his Ken Norton. See, quite a few fans think Khan's a joke. And we gotta send a holler out to Roskla222 who asked us to drop some thoughts on Khan and his latest bullshit. Truth is, we did a video on Khan over a year ago, and was kicking it in there with swift hands not that long ago. We're leaving a link to that video for anyone who may want to see it. Because our views on him now are exactly the same as then. Same shit. But unlike most, we actually feel Khan Mayweather is a damn competitive fight. If Khan had an iron chin he'd be a force to be reckoned with. We see what Floyd did to Judah. And we see what Khan did. And even though that fight was 5 years later, we think he'd done the same shit to a younger Judah. He also put Maidana down. When Floyd sure the hell didn't. Maidana rocked both of these guys. Khan looked far worse. But we have no idea what coulda happened if that shot Maidana clocked Floyd with didn't happen at the end of the round. But we was still more impressed with Floyd's victory than Khan's. So we find the shit to be a damn competitive fight. Why everyone thinks Floyd would blow out Khan baffles us. They wanted Khan until they saw his last fight. Then suddenly he's garbage. But we say they made that claim because garbage is the last thing they saw. Yet we had no problem with it, since Khan did the same shit to Brook. But here's Floyd's Ken Norton. Not undefeated, but a damn good top fighter. The guy's got serious hand speed, the height, and if there's a problem early, that problem's gonna last. And if he beats this guy, then he can face his real Foreman. Now some'll get angry hearing us say this. They'll think we're putting too much pressure on Floyd. We're not. We're just telling you the truth. If he wants to be on Ali's level, he needs his Foreman. And Pac ain't Floyd's Foreman. This guy is. Now here's the thing. Anytime someone mentions Triple G in the same breath as Mayweather, Floyd fans tend to get defensive and call it ridiculous. Then claim fans who wanna see it just wanna see Floyd lose. 10 players personally isn't saying Floyd should fight Triple. We'd certainly watch it if he does, but we're not saying he needs to. Or he's ducking Triple if he doesn't. That's just fucking ridiculous. But we do say this. If he and his fans wanna say he's greater than Ali, then he needs to fight Triple to be in the conversation with that status. See, Floyd fans wanna cheat and put him up there with Ali, and try and say some little packs like George Foreman. Fuck outta here with that shit. George Foreman's a fighter that had fans thinking Ali's life was in danger. Literally. His camp actually thought it. Ali wasn't no fucking favorite to win the fight like this pack shit. The man was considered an unstoppable beast. We're talking undefeated and undisputed, which fans don't seem to comprehend the meaning of these days. A man with 24 consecutive knockouts. And not against bums. Stopping guys like Norton and Frazier in 2 rounds. Beating them like they were little girls or a pimp slapping around his bitch because she ain't got his money. We ain't making this shit up. That's why Floyd's trying to discredit it. He knows it's too large of a mountain to climb, so he lies.
To lay on the ropes and take punishment, let a man tire himself out from beating you, and then he basically fatigued. You hit him with a few punches, and then he go down and quit, and you want to be glorified for that? Absolutely not, not me.
Really? See, Floyd likes to bullshit. It's called fighting. How many times have you even seen Ali with a bloody nose or black eye? The man used to brag about never having a mark.
He basically fatigued. You hit him with a few punches, and then he go down and quit, and you want to be glorified for that? Absolutely not, not me.
First few rounds went differently than most of your fights. Why?
Well, you gotta realize, I knew Zab Judah was a front runner.
What do you mean by that?
A front runner, he's strong for the first 6 rounds, and after that, he gas out.
What a fucking lying hypocrite. Apparently Floyd thinks letting Judah gas out to win is different. The only difference is Judah ain't no fucking Foreman. And he still wasn't skilled enough to knock the motherfucker out. Unlike Ali. Triple's the equivalent. And he still doesn't have 24 consecutive knockouts yet, with 2 second-round ones against the best in the world. But he's the closest to it. All Floyd has to do is beat these guys. Then knock Triple out. In the 8th round. Should be easy work for Floyd since he's greater than Ali. It's funny too. When most people bring up Floyd fighting Triple, most of his fans call it hate and claim they want to see him lose. And they're usually correct. They usually are haters that want to see Floyd lose. But the fact is, that's what Ali faced in Foreman. So that's what he needs to do to be equal. And he needs to knock him out. As for Floyd, he hates what Ali's achieved. See, a lot of times when a guy can't get a girl, he calls her a bitch and tries to discredit her. All to make himself feel better.
And then he basically fatigued.
That's what Floyd tries to do to Ali's achievements.
He's strong for the first 6 rounds, and after that, he gas out.
After copying him. Because they're like that girl that guy can't get. But Floyd needs to face Triple. After beating Pac, Thurman, Khan and Brook. Personally, we actually think Floyd has a chance if he can keep his chin away from Triple's fists. But if he's hit, it's over. And if by chance he can avoid being hit, he ain't knocking Triple out like Ali did Foreman. At the same time, no one thought Ali could stop Foreman as well. That's what made Ali great. And only one of a few things Floyd's yet to do. But make no mistake about it, here's his Foreman. So there's your answer. Pac ain't the corresponding equivalent to Foreman. And this is only a small portion of what Mayweather needs to achieve to even be in the discussion. That's our view. So until our next one. Peace. We're out.